Hello, everybody. This is Graybeard Gaming, and we are going to be doing the Homestead 100 Challenge by Pumpkin. So, what is this challenge? Precisely what it sounds like. So, it's the 100 Homestead. So, it's on the Homestead map. You have lot 6. You are allowed a water source and a truck and a chainsaw. That's all you get. You start off at $0. I have mine set to $0 already. I have my chainsaw, my truck, and my water source. Now, you are allowed one vehicle, which is your starting truck. If mine doesn't work with the trailer, once I get to that point, then I will find one that does. Now, the other thing is the 100 part. So, what does that entail? Well, it means your truck has to be pre 1990s and sub 200 horsepower. I have gone with the beautiful International 200 series, if I can find it. There it is. And I am going to also be using, for the first time ever, to see how it works, but I am going to be using the used equipment yard by Oz, and I have that set up right over here. So we'll see how that goes. Now, no productions, no greenhouses, but you are allowed to use the orchard, which is the prunes, lemons, oranges, plums, I think is what it was. For some reason that is being funky. It's all right. We'll just go over here to the shop and take a quick peek. Okay, so as far as construction, you can't do any greenhouses or productions, but you can do the orchards, which are the apple orchard, apricot, pear, and plum. They're 15,000 a piece, and they all require liquid fertilizer, water, and compost. And you can buy the compost from this this area up here, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, the rest of the 100 farmstead is, you can have tractors. They max out at 100 horsepower, and then any sort of implement vehicle aside from tractors max out at 110. You must have 100 goats or sheep or a combination, and 100 chickens. No super strength. You must have an actual farmhouse and $100,000 in the bank when all is said and done. Now, I have all my settings on hard. I've turned off the auto start on the vehicles because I hate it, and like many people. And then I've also got all of the AI help set to off so they won't buy anything. And aside from that, I don't have anything really going on. So let's drive up to the property and we will check it all out. Now, what I really like about this 100 challenge is you kind of have to do a lot of farming. So I am definitely looking forward to that because I love the farming aspect. Now, to start off, obviously we're going to have to do some timber, and I think that goes without saying when you start off with 0 on a survival. I think even Bad Pumpkin described it as well as you kind of have no other choice. I just got to see exactly where our property is. Looks like I'm just going to keep driving this way. I might have to find an alternate path to get there, but I think, as you can see, that's my water source. I just went with the tower. I don't know if I'll keep that one or switch it up to something else. But yeah, I just wanted the tower. I felt it was really kind of rustic, blue cistern on a pole, whatever. And this is obviously my lot. So I have like I said, the International 200 series, and I'm really excited about this actual particular vehicle. I've used it once or twice in the past, and I really enjoy it. So I'm hoping that it'll be everything that I want it to be. Now I am using the lumberjack mod, so that will allow me to get rid of my tree stumps. I'm not going to use a super strength or anything like that. You're allowed one vehicle, and then you can get as many tractors, harvesters as you want, as long as they fall within the parameters of 100 horsepower for tractors and 110 horsepower for anything other than tractors. So your harvesters and your skid steers, all that, 110 horse. So what I think we're going to do is we're just going to hop out, and we all know where this has got to start at. I'm going to go for this. I'm just looking for a nice. I don't want the dead woods if I can help it, but I do like these two nice lodgepole pines. And one thing I am going to do is I am going to turn speed up to 3x for now. That's where I kind of like to play at, is 3x anyways. So let's go ahead and get our chainsaw out. Oops, I guess I have to get into hand tools. Where are my hand tools? Alright. And I am going to pick up my chainsaw. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead and drop this tree first thing. Now, for those of you that wonder why, if you're using, if you're wondering why the tree will disappear when you're cutting one up, when you're trying to limit, I'll show you that on this tree here. I'm only showing you on this one because it's just not worth that much. So, the thing you gotta be mindful of is whether it's red or orange. Orange, like this being red, that's gonna delete your tree. So you want to make sure it's orange, because then it'll just trim your leaves. Now, what I've noticed, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but if you go right straight down this one, it's going to delete it. But if you make sure that super strength, and I'll put up the thing here. So super strength, you shouldn't be able to pick up this tree, right? So if you're wondering why I have the yellow one, I can just sit here with the yellow and all I want. It's not going to delete the tree. But if you have activated super strength, alright, where you can pick the tree up, I'm just doing this as an example. I'm going to turn it back off, guys, don't worry. But if you notice, it switches to red. So then you're going to delete the tree. And we'll just delete this tree, just kind of do that anyways. So yeah, I'm going down through it, oh, it's gone. It's because it's red. Now, if you switch it back to having your super strength turned off, and we'll do that with this tree here, because I've already got it dropped. But if you switch your super strength off, and I'll show you guys too, as you can see, I no longer can pick the tree up. That is why people get confused as to why their tree is deleted. So I hope that helps. If anybody was wondering why that was happening to you, it's probably because you have super strength turned on, because that's part of the thing. You run the risk of deleting your trees when you're limbing them. especially if you just hold down the chainsaw running button. So keep that in mind, guys. All right, so what am I gonna do? Well, I don't know. I do know that I'm going to work on getting this tree cut, and so let's get it started. And I'm just gonna try and hope for. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out where my lengths need to be. Yeah, that'll be good. I don't want to have a ton of short ones. The shorter you go, the see, like that one's almost too big. We're just gonna try and get this. That's 162, 159. I can start getting a little bit longer here. I really don't know enough about. I want to figure out how to use the. Like I know you can. You're getting lengths and all that stuff. That's fine. I'm more concerned with weight, so I want to stay below 199 kilograms or lower. Like this one here, I'm going to have to cut that one in half because it's too heavy. And that's unfortunate that I made it too heavy. My first goal is obviously I want to get a way to pick up my logs and load them up without having to cut them into such small chunks. All right, so we got her all done, and as you guys can see, I have an orange limbing icon, so you can tell that super strength is off. And this one is 155 kilograms anyways, so let's go ahead and get this loaded on. First thing I'm going to want to buy is some sort of log trailer to haul behind my truck, and I'm going to want to just flat out get my truck moved out of the way. I don't want the trees in my way. Now, if you guys are catching this video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so most likely you're not. I only have 120-ish subscribers. I would love to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I do a lot of live streaming, you guys, and I want to get my. I have plans and intentions of what I want to do once I get my. I want to get myself to 1,000, and because I want to be able to. I don't care about the monetization. I mean, it'd be great, but let's be honest, it doesn't have to be that way. I just want to be able to get my content out to more and more people. I enjoy it immensely, so I'd love it if you guys would subscribe and click the little notification bell so you know when something new's coming out. But obviously you don't have to. I hope you enjoy this content even without doing that. But I would like to start doing more live streams, and the reason behind that is because live streaming to me is way more fun than simply, getting on here to play. I'm more than happy to get on here and play, but I have a lot more fun on the live streams. So if that's something that you guys are like seeing, I would love to have you guys come along with me. And as you guys can see, I'm trying to be deliberate and show you exactly how much you think each one weighs, so that we can be transparent. And you guys are like, oh, he's using super strength. As you can see, I am not using super strength because I just dropped that one, which is kind of silly. It's silly, Millie. Oh, I just dropped that one onto the ground. But yeah, we are just trying to get this all loaded up so we can sell our first bundle of wood and see what we can buy. Now, I have it. I should have my first piece of machinery dropping into the yard, and I did name my the machinery yard. You can name it. It's kind of cool. I don't know how to use it really great yet, so we shall see how that goes. And yeah, but every hour it's supposed to populate another item. So let's get this loaded up, and then we're going to head it back into town just to see what we can make, because, well, we need money. And I'm kind of interested in seeing how the thing worked out. I do apologize. If you hear kids in the background, it is because I am a dad, and I have kids, and it's summer break. So I apologize if that bothers you, but it's going to happen. So, oh, that one's 216. We're going to have to cut that one in half. Alrighty. That's what I'm trying to avoid here. So some of the things I'm going to want to get are I'm going to get a trailer first. That way I can take up larger loads early on so that I am able to get to my tractor, because I would like to seed barley or wheat, one or the other. But I'm going to need something to feed chickens in the next year. And while I can buy chicken feed, it's expensive, but I will probably start off with getting the chickens going. And once they're underway, I'll also get stuff for grass so that I can get my goats or my sheep. I haven't decided which I want to do. I'm going to do a little bit of research. Goats, actually, because you're not doing any productions, goat milk is kind of, it's interesting. And I'm not using the realistic mod because I just don't want it on my computer. It's one of those things that the graphics on my laptop are not the greatest. It's good enough to play the game, but I get too much stuff going, and I really start to get my laptop really slows down. So it's time for a new one. But I got 4 kids. That ain't happening. Getting spam texted from, I think, Amazon. I'm not sure why. Something about their recruitment team. I think that's everything. I see any missing logs? I don't see any. So let's go ahead, get this load taken down. And I just dropped a log like a big dum-dum. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the store and see how much money we make on this first load here. Alright, let's hop out and let's see how much money we made. Oh, 5 grand. That's actually fantastic. Let's pull over here, see if we can't find ourselves a vehicle to pull behind a trailer of sorts. That might be something I'm considering because that's not really a production, but I could make some money doing that. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Wood transport. Well, that one would be nice, but it's just too expensive, obviously. This one, without the crane. I don't know if these will hook up to my truck either, so just the timber trailer is 18 grand. This one would be 15. Let's see if this will hook up behind me. And the color's perfect. We're just going to change the rim color to that. Yeah, I can handle that. Let's see if this will hook up. And no, it was not intentional to have my vehicle matching the trailer. And unfortunately for me, it does not. Way to haul trailers. Let's run back over here and see if we can't customize this thing. Gotta figure out why. Okay, so engine setup, front grille, bumper, windows, seats, cabin, spoiler, camouflage, truck bed hitch, exhaust trailer hitch, yes. Well, why won't it work? Why is it only allowing me to have a ball? But all of these are pin hitch. Not, oh, that one's ball. I mean, I guess I can go with this one. Call it a day. Should be able to do this one. We shall see. But I don't have enough money. So let's go get another tree down. Alright, well, we're over $9,000, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a trailer. Nope, that one won't work. This one has a ball hitch, so I am definitely going to probably wind up buying that one. I was just trying to see if any others had a ball hitch. That does not. That does not. That does not. Alright, looks like this is our winner chicken dinner. Alright. Let's go with black on the rims. Okay, let's buy this one. Now, like I said, I am definitely interested in this. I just don't have enough money for it yet. So let's go ahead and grab our new trailer. And we're going to cut down 2 trees this time. Maybe even 3. I will go ahead and do a little time lapse though, so you guys don't have to sit there, watch me just cut down trees and load them up, especially with how much I fumble around with it. So we'll be back in a few minutes, you guys. Enjoy the music.
Papa said, boy, don't run. Keep your boots on the ground. Learn the grain in the pine. Hear that hammering sound. Take your time with the axe. Let the straight line show. A good man knows the tree by the way it bends to grow. And he said, son, when the cold wind calls, you stand tall through the rain. Work with your hands and wear your scars like a name. Timberman, timberman, hold that line. Timberman, timberman, cut it clean, cut it fine. If the saw bites deep and the splinters fly, timberman, timberman, you keep that fire alive. Timberman. At dawn by the mill yard gate, with a cap full of load, coffee in a dented cup and a face like oak wood nose. Every notch, every ring, every bruise on the beam, you can build a whole home from a rough cut dream. And he said, son, when the work runs hard, don't you fold, don't you break. Lean into the load, give more than this world takes. Timberman, timberman, hold that line. Timberman, timberman, cut it clean, cut it fine. If the saw bites deep and the splinters fly, timberman, timberman, you keep that fire alive. Now the woods remember every name carved slow, every hand that fed the stove, every path through the snow. When the night gets heavy and the creek runs black, I can hear his voice on the back road track. Timberman, timberman, hold that line. Timberman, timberman, cut it clean, cut it fine. If the saw bites deep and the splinters fly, timberman, timberman, you keep that fire alive. Timberman, timberman, stand your ground. Timberman,
Well, we got 3 trees on here. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. We just got over $12,000. So thank you. Oh, and I still have 2 on there. So let's see what else we can get. Alright, so yeah, well over $12,000. Let's go spend some money. I'm definitely interested in that. I just don't know if it's on the... let's go ahead and look in the small tractors. Got to stay below 100 horsepower. Alchalmers are always good options, especially the 200. That's over. This Fendt is a good one, but it's too expensive still. It's got to be open cab. That was another thing I forgot. It has to be something we keep in mind. Is it's got to be open cab. So I am looking for those options that are open cab. This one is a nice one. It goes right to 100 horsepower. I do like it a lot. I like that case. It's a nice looking case. These are all too big. The 3010 is fine. John Deere 4000. I would probably say that the 4020 is allowed. My dad had a 4000, so I am very impartial to that one. Oh, I mean, this one's an option. I haven't really considered all of my options yet. This one's 79 horse, 85 to 102. That's an option. 85 to 102. 65 to 120. The 5700 is an open cab. It goes to 99 horsepower. It does not allow for all the stuff I'd like. Massey is too big, or I'm sorry, the New Holland is too big. This New Holland is, however, is not too big. It allows for a front loader, but it's not open cab. So I don't know. That's going to be a tough thing to get around, is the open cab. The Steyr is 70 horse. Stara is 105 horse, but it's not open cab. This one here is open cab. Volvo. Again, it's open cab. No, it's not open cab. So as you guys can see, it is hard to find open cab tractors. There's these 2 lizards here. So it's going to take a bit of time to figure out what I want. I have an idea. I'm kind of leaning towards this Kramer, which I can run it at 100 horsepower. It only goes 15 miles an hour, so it is slow, but it does offer front loader, and it offers front attachers. So to me, it makes a lot of sense. Wheel setup. We'll probably go with wide tires, maybe even the wide twins, or I'm sorry, the twins on the back. And I don't know if it comes in the, it does. It comes in the old green. Chassis would go in the dark gray. And the rims we could do in the old Kramer red. Or the dark red. I like that dark red. So, yeah, I mean, the Kramer might be our best option. We could put a front loader on it. We can put front weight if we need to. I think it might be our best bet. I don't know what other tractors we would possibly be looking at. Just by running through here, I mean, I would need another full-on load of wood to get to that point. Just looking at these different tractors, this one, if I want to just get a tractor, get started on it, I could probably do something along these lines. Just so that I can get going on a tractor. So, yeah. So I think that's where we're going to leave it on episode 1, guys. Gives us a great idea of what to do next. I'm going to have to do a lot more with wood, but for now, how much is that thing? It needs 80 horsepower to run, so I would need essentially I thought I had another Alice Chalmers. Oh, I do, the D21, but it's 119 horse. Okay, that's why. That's not going to matter. But the 200, that could be a possibility. That's another possibility right there, is that Massey. I didn't know about that one being in there. Everything else is just too big. I'm not going to go with the Unimog. I thought I had an Agristar in here that was smaller. I do. So I got this one here, which is another one, but it's not open cab. The open cab is the biggest issue. This Farmhouse is 95 horse or 300 horse. I'm not going to get 300 horse, but it does offer front loader with front weight. So, I mean, we could get it to a certain amount. Same for this one. No, that one goes 140. And then we have these two that go up to 71. All right, you guys. I'm probably going to do a little bit of logging off camera just to kind of get it more of it done so that we can yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do some of it off camera so that we can be able to do other stuff later on. So that in mind, guys, just want to say thanks for watching this Graybeard Gaming. Wishing you the very best days, and please check out Bad Pumpkin's Homestead 100 if you haven't already done so, and please give a like, subscribe, comment, please, and share.